Okay, I was just wanting to ask him, this will be available for the people who didn't make it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. On
Yeah,
Sunday.
I've started recording, so
Okay.
I will share the link, the
Inshallah.
recorded.
Thank you. Good.
No
Thank you.
I think go ahead. Recording is started, so go ahead, start the meeting.
Okay. Do you want to give any information in terms of the timeline of the phase 3 before we start, or anything like that? Any information, new information for the people?
Yeah,
You
we have some new information. I'm going to send it to you, and then you can post it on the phone, on the TV here. Okay? Is that okay, Safras?
Yes. Yeah, you can.
Well, yeah, the date for phase 3 currently is scheduled for February 20th. Of course, this is very fleeting. We're constantly monitoring it, inshallah, and as soon as we know there's a confirmed date, we'll post it on the WhatsApp chat group.
Okay. All right. So, Brother Arif, you want me to start like with my slide first, and then I guess you want to share.
Okay, let me kick it off this way.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so just to reiterate for everybody that we as a team are committed, to serving you guys as the Hujjaj, the guests of Allah, as you guys, embark on this journey. We know that it's been very challenging. There have been a lot of difficulties in terms of trying to select packages, get through the quota system, registration. So we recognize the effort that you guys are putting in order to be able to be successful in making it to go to Hajj. Ultimately, you are the guests of Allah, and Allah is the one who decides who makes it. So continue to have faith that He has invited you and that you will make it there. And then some of these hurdles and challenges are just part of the journey that's going to take place, right? Overall. Inshallah, each and every one of you will be on the ground when the Hajj dates start. And all this will eventually become a distant memory, and then it'll be about actually, performing the act of completing your Hajj. With that said, I think for today we're gonna cover a couple of things, right? So I think there's dates about phase 3, which I think Shakil already mentioned. There are some of the options that are going to be available that you might see in the Nusuk portal. Sarfraz is going to go through, well, he'll start by going through some of the tips and tricks that he's figured out, and he's, worked through as part of his process, which are very valuable in terms of being able to purchase a package. So those are the main things that we're going to cover, and then obviously we'll go through a Q&A where each and every one of you will have an opportunity to ask us questions. Between Shakil, myself, and Inayat, we will do our best to answer all of these and give you as much information as we have. So with that, Brother Sarfraz, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Let me just quickly, I prepared like a slide I want to share as we go through. All right, everyone can see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Great. All right. So pretty much a few topics that I wanted to quickly touch base on the registration and e-wallet. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I'm sure most of you all have already passed this steps, but I'm sure there are a few who are still in the registration process or e-wallet top-up process. So I just wanted to quickly share you my experience. This is the first time I'm also going through this Hajj registration process and everything, and Alhamdulillah, I was able to successfully get a package in the phase 1. So in terms of registration, a few things we want to make sure is we have a valid email address to register and receive OTP, because these two things are very important. Specifically, the OTP is because every time you log into Nusuk, you will be receiving OTP that you need to enter it to move forward. If you're registering like in the initial phase, so you want to make sure you have a clear copy of your passport and the passport size picture, white background, You want to make sure the size of the file is less than 1 MB. Otherwise, it will give you an error and it won't let you go to next steps. And once you pass like the document upload section, then you will fill out like all the other required information about yourself. If you have multiple people that you are going like family members and stuff, it is advisable to first start with your own application, and then at the end you will get an option to add family members, and you'll do one by one this exact same process, but they'll all be part of your same profile. Usually if you do like say wife, husband, or family members going together, so everything will be under that one login, and it'll be easier to purchase package at the end. Then once the auditing process, so once you do the registration, there is an auditing process on the Nusuk side that will take place. Initially, it was a little slow, but what I hear now is they're more faster in verifying application, and you'll initially be in pending verification. And once the audit process is completed, you will get an email notification saying it's completed and you're verified. So once you're verified, then you'll be able to do the next step, which is e-wallet, like setting up your e-wallet for top up. So for e-wallet top up, so once you log in, you will see this option active for you, where you will be able to top up your e-wallet. So before purchase, we want to make sure we have enough money loaded into our e-wallet. So this will make purchasing the package smooth. Otherwise, it will delay it, and then these things are very like in a timely manner. We need to do is just so we don't fall behind of other applications, like when they are trying to purchase who are purchasing the packages. Uh, so once pretty much for top up, you want to make sure if you top up with credit card, that's the most and the fastest instant way to get funds to load it into your e-wallet. Visa and MasterCard is the preferred ones. Amex is not acceptable, so you won't be able to use Amex on to top up this e-wallet. And you all might also get flagged like by your bank credit card as a suspicious transaction, and they might call you, or you might have to call them to let it go through. So you have to be prepared for all this, and that's why it's advisable to have the e-wallets loaded and everything ready before even the package purchase day. So what I did is we did it like almost like 4 or 5 days before. So we were ready, and we put in little more than the actual cost of the package, just in case if things price changed or something along that line, right? And one another thing we faced is when we tried right away, like to put a big amount, like in so just remember, when you're topping up, you will be topping up in Saudi Riyal, so SAR, that currency. So regardless if it's a USD credit card or a CAD credit card, it will be charge you in Saudi Riyal. So initially, when we tried larger amount, it was erroring out for us, and when we tried lower amounts, then we were successful. So usually, be prepared to make multiple deposits of like say 5,000 Saudi Riyal or less. Otherwise, you will get it a timeout error or some kind of error that it doesn't go through. So just time saving tips. So you might have to do multiple deposits in order to achieve, we are say 40,000 Saudi Riyal, etc. So that's the e-wallet top up part. So just, yeah, we want to make sure we have enough funds in there to purchase our packages, and be prepared for like anything. If there is more funds needed, then you have to top up more. So that's why be prepared to load additional funds than what the actual package is. That's the best way to deal with it. So you're not doing it at the day of purchase, because you want to be able to successfully go through the purchasing piece as well. Now, after you load the funds on the e-wallet, once the packages are available, so whenever the packages are available for viewing and purchasing, more like viewing first, I guess. That's what it was in first phase one. We got like a couple of days to view the package and configure which one it is. So you will be provided by a code from Hajj Assistance, which will be specific for their packages. And what we did is we took that whole code and we where it says search for package, and we just plugged it in there, and we search for the package, the exact package, so US or Canada or UK, depending, right? They give us that code. And sometimes what we notice is when we're putting the whole code and we're searching, it doesn't come up with anything. So we remove like any dashes, hyphen, or the last, like the US or the Canada or UK piece. If we removed, it gave us the options at the bottom section here. And you can choose like the particular. So if you see Canada flag, US flag, etc., or UK flag for the particular package that is available for us to purchase. Once you select in this, it'll be like in this bottom screen. Right now it's grayed out because it's not available. So you will see the package, exact package, like 14 days one, the May 29th to June 14th, or May, I think 30, depending on US, Canada. So you'll get that 14 days package that we will be provided with the code that is we are going to use for Hajj Assistance. Then once you select that, it takes you to the screen where you will configure like the room. So if you have like say four applicants that are together in your profile, or two, like say wife, husband, you will have to select for both. So you will have the options of quad, triple, or like double, and the pricing varies for each of them. There is a higher probability to get in quad than there would be in a double or a triple, because the numbers will be less for those packages. But again, up to your preferences and everything, but be ready to say if you selected double and you didn't get it, be ready to change it to triple or quad accordingly, so you don't miss out, right? So we have to be prepared for that. If say it doesn't go through those rooming configuration, and you might need to make some edits and change the configuration of the package accommodation piece, at least that piece. Now I know in phase three, in the phase one, when we selected the flights, everything was like a part of it. Like we didn't have to. It was not like a custom flight thing. But in phase three, what I heard is there will be custom flight options and stuff in there, so that you will need to select accordingly, and you will configure it. So what it means by configuring is you keeping it ready. So when they say, okay, the packages are ready for purchase, you will just have to go and click purchase, and that's it, done. So you're not worrying about anything else. So that's why having configuring these packages beforehand will be a lot of help for you on the day of purchase. Hopefully you get a couple of days before the purchase, or you get some kind of enough time to configure it before purchasing. And then purchasing, again, when once you have configured, you will see when you log in, you will see like a option here that says booking details. So if you click on that booking details, it will take you to this next screen where you will see all the details that you had configured, and then it will tell you how much is the cost. Like here in this our screenshot, it's showing as 70,432 riyals, Saudi riyals. So if you have exact funds, or if you have enough funds, so most likely say if you had 75,000 riyals or 72,000 riyals, so then that will be enough to cover that purchase. But if you had anything less, it will not let you click on that purchase package at the bottom, just like anything we buy online, right? Like if it's not enough, it will not let you go through the transaction. And once you click purchase, it will go through its setting in the back end. You don't have to do anything, just wait for the system to tell you it's processed, paid, confirmed. You will get an email, and yeah, pretty much then you'll get confirmation that your package has been it's successful, like you've purchased it. And yeah, everything, then inshallah you'll be able to go on Hajj this year then, inshallah. Now one thing is what we I wanted to make sure in terms of technical aspect on the day of purchase that we ran into is there will be a delay in receiving OTP because a lot of people are trying at the same time. So on the back end, the server of Nusuk and everything, I guess the traffic it's handling, it's making it delay in receiving the OTP. What we thought was first, okay, you know what, let's log in into 3 or 4 different devices, and be ready. So if this device is slow or we're not getting any OTP, different browsers, but we have to keep in mind that the OTP that they send us, it's for respecting it to that particular browser that requested that OTP. So on a technical basis, so I can't, like, say if on my laptop I requested an OTP and then on iPad I requested, I cannot enter that OTP vice versa. Like I cannot enter the one that I requested from laptop into iPad. It will not accept it. It will say invalid or expired OTP, some kind of message it will give you. And then after multiple tries, what happens is it will block you for 30 minutes. So which we don't want to get to that point, right? Because if you're blocked, then you can't even get OTP. You're going to be able to log in. And if you're not able to log in, then you won't be able to complete the purchase, right? So we want to make sure we are patient also in terms of OTP, getting the OTP, because we could be like myself, I was like, why am I getting it? Kept refreshing, going back and all that stuff. That only caused more issues for me at the end of the day, because I did get blocked as well. But what happened is I was trying earlier than the actual when the purchase was available. So a couple of hours earlier. So when the block happened, it was during the non-purchase time. So I was okay with that time, right? But we want to make sure, yes, we want to make sure if I think it's better to just use one device and request that OTP from that one device only. And when you get the OTP, you'll enter, it will let you log in. Because I know we want to do multiple device. What you can do is, because what happens is on the day of purchase, like there will be a lot of traffic, right? It's not only us, there's so many people from everywhere trying to get this packages, right? uh, when you go to like the Nusuk page, before even like where you enter your email and password, it will be like a hourglass type. It's like a thinking, like it's trying to go to that login page. So there will be chances that you'll be waiting in that section, that page where you're waiting for the actual login screen to appear, that you're waiting for like 5 minutes or 4 minutes to 3 minutes, depending, right? You just have to be patient on that, because if we do that, if we leave that, if you want to do on another device and see which device first gets the login screen, then we can stick to that one that got the login screen. So that way, multiple devices is fine if you want to try. Another thing is what we did is we made sure all other devices in our household were not connected to the Wi-Fi. So we wanted to make sure the Wi-Fi was free and in terms of traffic and like fast speed and etc. Because that's very important, right? Like making sure our connection is always there with the Nusuk website portal, and we are able to make the purchase successfully. Sorry. Uh, so yeah, that one was a very important thing. Yeah. So even like our phones, we disconnect the Wi-Fi from the phones, and we just left it on the 5G or LTE. And my laptop is connected to the Wi-Fi, and my wife's iPad was connected to the Wi-Fi. That's it. We did not. Anything else was disconnected from our Wi-Fi. But yeah, you will it'll become very thing that, oh, you know what, I'm not getting OTP, I'm not getting OTP. So you get very anxious, and you overwhelmed with that thing, because okay, what's happening? Why is it not happening? Am I doing something wrong? And you end up requesting multiple OTPs, and then it's just, yeah, you forget which OTP request was this for. So that's why inshallah, like make dua before you start on that day. Inshallah, for us, we read Surah Naba. That helped a lot. And yeah, I think that will help. And pretty much, inshallah, I hope everybody is successful this time round in getting a Hajj package. Sorry, I know I was talking all this while. But is there any questions or anything you want to repeat?
Yes, I do have the question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Could you please briefly explain what does the double, triple, and quadruple mean? And you said that it is buffering at the initial stage. It is buffering when we are logging in. It's
Correct.
taking a while to get logged in. But I tried many devices. It's happening to every device. I simultaneously
Correct.
use the 4 devices, and it's happening on every device. Is there any convenient ways that we can get the OTP faster? Maybe we use the high-speed internet or something else.
You can use this high-speed internet and everything, brother, but at the end of the day, it's Nusuk's on the other side, right? The server, their server and everything, if you talk about IT perspective. So it could be you could have the best fast internet, but I faced that, what you were telling, like where it's buffering and we're not at the login page yet. And what I would say, if you do multiple device for that, so until you see any of the device that has reached the login page, then you stop everything other devices, and just the one that has reached the login page, you go through that only, and that way you're not okay, you know what, this came login screen, okay, let me log in here. Oh, this also came up, I log in here. So then I also got confused, okay, which OTP it was. And some OTPs were coming like almost like 4 minutes 30 seconds, so there was like only 20 seconds left for it to enter, etc. So you can use, yeah, and do not press like back when you do when you
Unless unless I'm not getting logged in any one of that device, I never went back.
Okay.
I never, because you instructed in your previous messages that please
Correct.
do not go back. So I was following those instructions, but unfortunately, I never had been able to log in
Yes.
unless 3-4 hours went, and after that, I
Mm,
saw that everything was sold out.
sold
There's
out.
nothing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
Completely understand.
I
Yeah.
believe that it will happen again because there's no guarantee that traffic will be very low in the phase 3.
It will be very high again.
Yeah, it could be same. It could be same. So is there any tips or any instructions particularly so that we can go through in, or because you said that you got through it, is there any tips? Could we log in earlier or something else?
Yeah, like I think usually like what I did is I tried to log in 1 hour before before the actual package thing. So it was 11 a.m. I started at 10 a.m. But the thing, what happened was in that 10 a.m. When I started getting multiple OTPs, I got locked out because I was entering too many times. So I got locked out. And then right about like 10 minutes before 11, I was able to log in back again. Go request OTP again. And that's when I changed my ways. But yeah, obviously, if you have if it says, okay, 3 p.m. We are going to be able to purchase the package, I would suggest at least half an hour before try logging in and be ready. But if you log in too early, you might get timed out as well, like in terms of not active, and they might log you out by themselves, the Nusuk website.
Yeah, and this is not an exact science, right? Like we're subject to Nusuk portal and how they control the traffic and how much bandwidth they give their servers and how many people they allow into their system. It's very chaotic, and it becomes very stressful as part of the whole purchasing process. And we recognize that, and we know that it becomes difficult to get in. And so this is where we have to continue to exercise some patience and just keep trying, and keep trying to get in. And eventually, once you're in, um, the way Brother Sarfraz mentioned, to have everything set up preemptively will help you to process through faster. It just makes that much of a difference in making sure all those steps, right? Your e-wallet's full, you have the right amounts in there, and then also you definitely, you'll have your package saved, and it makes things a lot easier.
One more thing I want to clarify here, that every country is having the quota. The Canada might be having certain quota, certain seats. I will say the certain spots. Let's say 100 spots.
Yep.
Let's say 100 spots.
That was true for round 1 and 2.
For the phase 3, it's anonymous. It could be any number.
So I think what they do is they take all the remaining visas. This is our understanding. Okay. They take all the remaining quotas from each country that were not consumed and they make them available to everybody to consume. So
So
that
do
number is what they call a universal visa now. So anybody can consume that.
yeah,
So
do we have any number? How much
no,
universal visa? Huh?
no,
We don't have that
we
one.
don't know. The Nusuk does, the Ministry of Hajj does not release those numbers to us.
Uh,
I don't
uh,
even think our partners at Al Bayt have that information. They know how many packages they've sold, but we don't have the information of how many visas are going to be available.
Just to give you a little word of optimism, brother. Last year, in phase one, out of maybe like 170 people who were trying, who were registered with us, only a handful made it. Maybe a dozen, 12 or so made it. Alhamdulillah, this year we got a much higher number. In fact, Canadian package even got sold out. Last year in phase three, or the second phase three was phase two last year. A lot more people got in, and a higher percentage of them were able to get in. So be positive, inshallah, it will work out. Things will happen, and more and more people are going to be able to get in. You know, be optimistic.
yeah, this year I saw the 40, 40 pilgrims successfully made it, right? If I'm not wrong.
That's just
More
in
than
phase
that,
one. More.
yeah.
We had 47 alone from Canada who picked up. That package is full now.
But isn't that very small number comparing to the high packages which we used to get in the previous years? That 300 from this country, 200 from the India, Pakistan, and
So
everything. This is very
when we
small
say
number.
the packages is sold out, those are the packages dedicated to this group, the Hajj Assistance group. Those are our packages that have the meaning that the people that are in the WhatsApp group, out of that,
Huh.
quite a number of people have already purchased. A large number have purchased. In comparison to what we had last year, we have significantly higher numbers this year than in previous years. So our success rate is much better this year than it was last year. And what we're saying
At
to
least,
you, what we're
sorry,
saying to
go
you,
ahead, Arif.
yeah, what we're saying to you is
Go.
that have faith and then be prepared. And then when the next round is released, you put your effort in, and that's the maximum that you can do as an individual who's trying to go for Hajj.
Uh,
And then inshallah you'll be successful in getting that package for the
what
next round.
what if I am not getting? What will happen in the
There,
phase
there
three?
is there is a hope for a phase four, but it's not confirmed yet. So let's go one step by step, my brother. Let's look at phase three, which is going to be on the 20th.
Yeah.
You know, uh, collectively we are over 90 people who got in phase one, which is like very good compared to last year.
Over 90 people. I saw only the number 40 for the Canada. Maybe
No,
you are
no,
including
That's
the
Canada.
US
We're
and
talking
others.
about
you only
Canada,
look,
US.
Canada, US, and UK. You are including
we're
maybe.
talking about the whole
Yes.
US,
Uh,
Canada, and
Can we take questions on
yes,
how
yes,
to register? If there is any
yes.
questions regarding
Which
how
was
to
only
register,
a
it will be.
handful of people, sir.
yeah. Okay. Now, please explain a little bit about the double, triple, and quadruple. Little
Okay.
bit.
We'll answer one more question from you, and then we need to give other people a chance as well.
Okay.
Double, triple, and quad means the number of people in a room. Double means there's two, quad means there's three. Sorry, triple means three, and four is quad.
What's
That's
the
what it means.
price for each one?
It's
It's on the package.
it's based on the package, and it's listed in the details on Nusuk as to what the pricing is.
Okay. So in the phase three, we will not be able to get double and triple. We have to select the quad.
You can try, but the most likelihood of you getting it, what we're saying, is there's more quads available than double or triples.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Assalamu alaikum. I have one question, if you allow me.
Sure.
Yeah, my name is Mohammed Hasnan Rafiq. I'm from Edmonton. So my question was that in phase three, there will be 126 countries participating at the same time. So there will be more rush compared to the phase one, as I understand.
It'll be the same because they opened it up across the board for everybody last time. So it'll be the same number of people trying to get in.
Okay.
Actually, it'll be less because some people have already bought packages, so they'll not be competing for those
But
spaces.
it will depend on the number of allocation per specific country, correct?
No, not anymore. It's going to be based. This is what they call a universal visa. This is now going to be just here's number of visas that are left over. Anybody can consume them.
For everyone. Okay, I got it. No problem. Thank you so much.
Okay, Michael, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is Brother Michael from Dallas, Texas. I just had a quick question about the triples, the doubles, and all of this. If somebody were to book a room and they don't have a full, or I guess book a package and they don't have a full family on their account, does that mean then that you are, let's say you get a quad, you are rooming with 3 other individuals, or?
Correct.
Okay, and they will assign those individuals?
We will be assigning.
Yeah.
We will be assigning the packages. Sorry, the room allocation will be done by our team. We have the ability to do that within the group. Oh, can somebody mute themselves? Sorry. Sorry. Were you able to? Sorry, Michael, were you able to hear that answer?
So just to make sure I understand it properly, you guys have the ability to, sorry, your team have the ability to kind of allocate who goes to which rooms.
Yeah, that's what we've been told, Michael, that inshallah we will be able to, but you know, you will be assigned with that particular package that you're buying, and then the hope is that they will tell us how we want this 46 people to room with each other, inshallah. That's the idea.
Inshallah. With your permission, would you mind if I ask a follow-up question?
Sure.
Do you guys mind just sharing a little bit more detail about what to do if you haven't been verified yet? I saw there was a message that went out about just calling the support team. Is that really all you need to do? Do you guys recommend anything else to be done on that front?
Okay, Michael, if you can DM me after the meeting, we'll talk about it. Let's because I really want to.
Shakil, if you're on the road, let me take care of this. Let him DM me. I'm home.
All right.
Okay, so Michael, just DM me after, and then we can help you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, brother.
All right, no problem. Okay, I wanted to cover a couple of things quickly just before, and I may answer a few questions. So I'm going to share my screen as well. So, Brother Safraz, I think I need permission to share my screen. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Can everybody see my screen now? Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is actually my son's account. But this is his dashboard. And then you can go to packages, and like Brother Safraz was showing you earlier, you would be able to go in and type in here the code. So the next code that we're going to be using for Canada is going to be 5300U dash CMT, but we'll put this inside in the chat after in the WhatsApp group. But I just want to show you how to find it. So you'll see here that this will now bring up the list of packages that are Al-Bayt packages, and you can see they're all grayed out. But at the very bottom here, this is the one that we're going to pick. It's called A5300U CMT. So this is the one we're going to use for Canada for the next round. Okay. And so you'll be able to select this. Hopefully they allow us to select it in advance, and you can load this one into your cart. And from here, and then you would be able to do your flights. Now, there's two things. There may be some preset flights available, and then there may be some situations where people want to do custom flights. Now, the one thing we can tell you who the custom flights are going to be done through It's a company called Al Musafir. This is who they used last year. And then, so this is their website. Okay, Al Musafir. So what this will allow you to do is to go on their website if you want to. You can punch in whatever combination that you want to put in and search through their website to see what pricing would look like. This doesn't mean that this is what it's going to be on Nusuk. We don't know what it's going to look like. Now, there's two things with this. With custom flights, we don't know if they're going to force us to start from origin. So myself, I live in Canada, and so I would have to start from Toronto to Medina and then out from Jeddah, and I would select the dates for that custom flight. So this is one thing that we're not sure, or in some cases, what I did last year was I flew out of Abu Dhabi. So I purchased my own ticket to get to Abu Dhabi. From Abu Dhabi, I purchased my ticket on through the Nusuk portal from Abu Dhabi to Medina and then out from Jeddah back to Abu Dhabi. So we don't know if this option is going to be available. So when you get in, hopefully they release this at least the day before, and we're not even sure if they're going to do that, but the custom flights will make your how much money you need in your wallet vary. In some cases, you may have overloaded if you're picking a shorter haul flight and it's much cheaper, or in some cases, it may cost more. So be prepared for all eventualities when you guys are coming into phase 4. And I understand that this becomes more complicated for people and it takes a lot more effort. So what we are suggesting is that if there is a preloaded flight available, take that option. It just makes life a lot easier and it takes less time to load. If you don't have that option and there are no custom flights, because that is definitely a possibility, sorry, there are no preset flights, then you would have to go through the custom flight process. And again, you're going to have to figure out where you want to come in from or purchase your flight through Nusuk on that custom format, but it is going to be based on Al Musafir. This is their partner agency that they use to book their stuff. So you can sift through here if you want to, and tinker around with whatever combinations you want. So in case you could put in Toronto, you can put in Jeddah, and then you can put in the dates. So I think our packages are leaving on May 28th, and then return would be on June 12th, and then you would be able to search. It may be slow because there's a lot of people using it, but it'll give you at least an idea of what the cost is, but we don't know what availability they're going to have. So there's a lot of ambiguity around the whole process. So you can flip through here just to get some ideas, just to help you and maybe familiarize yourself with some navigation. Okay. And again, on Nusuk Al Bayt. Okay, so if you're to go into this is the package we're talking about now for the phase 3. So custom flights we've talked about. This is now packages that we're talking about for phase 3. Canada specifically is going to look at so when you go into this is Al Bayt's website. We can drop this in the link as well. And then the package we're going to be picking is actually, because our package is sold out, we're going to be picking up Cumberland's packages now. Okay, and this is their package ID that we're going to be using. If somebody wants to take a screenshot or whatever, you can, but this is the one we're going to be using, and we'll confirm this right before phase 3 goes live to make sure that everybody has the most up-to-date information.
Are the packages the same for US and UK?
So the packages yes, because there's still availability of space in the US. Shakil has something like 30 or 40 packages left, somewhere in that area. I don't remember the exact number, but maybe Shakil can tell us, but he has quite a bit. and the UK still has probably about 50% capacity, something like that in theirs. But Canada, specifically our HIS package is full. So we have to go through an alternative packages, and this is the alternative package that we're going to be picking for Canada.
Yeah, so just to for the US, the code is going to be the same. Nothing has changed with that, the 51200 code. So if you have already configured, you're in good shape. There is 17 spaces still available on that, and inshallah, we'll be adding 20 more to that particular one. So that's in the process. So inshallah, by the end of this, we should have enough space for both the Canadians and the US people. UK has ample space still left. So if you're already configured for UK, you're good enough. Just log in and hopefully it's there and you're just going to go there and purchase, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, Arif. Can I add a comment? Yeah.
Sure, please go ahead.
Yeah. So, assalamu alaikum, everyone. Sorry, I'm at the airport, so my apologies for dialing in late. So, I want to share a couple of comments. So, on the new package, if you're going with Cumberland for Canada, the package price will be different. So, you need to review the package price, as in Arif said, also the flight. I got in the second round last year, and as Arif said, he did Abu Dhabi, I did Dubai, Jeddah, Medina. There are 7 to 8 Saudi flights going out of Dubai, and there'll be few from Abu Dhabi. So my advice would be for you guys to pick Dubai, Jeddah, Medina, return to Dubai, and then you make your way into Dubai through Point or other airlines. There are so many airlines going into Dubai, right? And allow a night in Dubai just to make sure there's no delays, etc. So you will find a lot of availability in custom flights from Dubai to Jeddah and return to Dubai. Yeah, so that's one tip. Number 2, in terms of rooming allocations, last year, although we are working with another provider of Mina, we did all the heavy load of doing the room allocations. Once we arrived there in Medina, they just allocated one by one. Okay, so some of us were with our Sunni brothers, and that's all fine, although they are not mixing male and females, right, in quad rooms. So with Al Bayt, we have the opportunity, we will provide the room list, and we will ask you guys, like if you know some of your friends, then we can room you together, but there's no guarantee, yeah? And the third tip, and this is very, very important, guys, please listen to this, right? The game is about how fast you are on your computer. I spent 2 hours before I logged in. I tried to browse around, move around, get logged out, go back space. So you guys have to make the effort to make sure you are using a computer which has fewer firewalls. Don't use your work computer. I had to use my home computer and make sure you use the right browser to get the OTP faster and stay within the website on the dashboard so you can purchase the package quickly. Yeah, so that's the main thing. So pick up the packages we recommend to you, Cumberland, US. We all of us know which packages have to be picked. Configure your flights out of Middle East destinations like Dubai and Abu Dhabi. That's my suggestion. By the time you figure out from US and that, I think you're going to be wasting a lot of time. The flight can fluctuate and pricing will fluctuate. So pick that location. So this way you have the flexibility, right? But the main advice is being fast on the computer. Make all the effort to log in at least 2 hours before. And unfortunately, you have to stay on your browser, do this, do that, and then try to purchase. Yeah, so those are my just some simple tips, but I think it's how fast we are on the computer. So make sure you are using the right computer. If you have a friend who has a faster computer and can get the OTP faster, use that computer, go to their place and get it done. Yeah. Again, as we mentioned last time, if you are not good at computers, make sure you have somebody who's very smart on computers, maybe your nephew or your son or your daughter, whoever it is, maybe talk to an IT person. Some people also have the ability to change their internet provider. So if you have a private internet, right, or the internet goes through Turkey or the IP address is going through Turkey, etc., not the US and Canada or UK, you're going to be more successful because there's going to be a lot of traffic, right? But ideally, I've heard that if you use a separate internet browser or provider, it may be better. So that's the game. I honestly think how fast we are going to be on the computers, that's going to make a difference, please. Yeah. So please make every effort. You have made the intention. Inshallah, may Allah Almighty make it easy for all of us. Thank you, Arif. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, Arif.
Assalamualaikum. Could I ask a question, please?
Sorry, I had myself over. Yes, please go ahead.
Assalamualaikum. So, my question is, I'm in Canada. My parents are in the UK. So, if I was to buy the Cumberland package from Canada and they bought the Al Bayt package from the UK, would we still be able to be in the same, like, would we be together in terms of the hotel and the Hajj rituals and everything?
Arif, can
So
you answer that question?
you wanna go ahead? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Uzma, what happens is like the Cumberland package for the first 4 days in Medina, we will not be in the same hotel as a Canadian group, right? We have a hotel called Sajjah Medina, and Cumberland has got Waqf Osman, right? It's side by
Okay.
side, but then once we all go to Hajj, right? We go to Mecca, we'll all be together, and you'll be able to choose, you'll be able to stay with them, okay?
Okay. But you said it's side by side, so we would still be close by. So,
Very close by, very close
yeah.
by. And there's a
Okay.
question here about in phase 3. Yes, Cumberland has also got Turkish Airlines, but the dates are a little bit different. We have to verify what exact the dates are so that we can let everybody know. I already posted the package details on our group. So those who did not make it should look at that number, and we'll worry about it. If that gets full, then we will try and hit Shakil's number. Okay.
Yeah, Arif, can I get in here for a second?
Go ahead. Floor's yours.
Okay. Yeah, like Brother Inayat was saying, that with this different package out of Cumberland, the difference would be only in the hotel. But in Makkah and what we have to do after Makkah, inshallah, we'll all be together. Just to clarify something from what Brother Habib was saying regarding flights out of the Middle East, if that is an option, by all means take it. We just don't know whether this year they're going to allow us to have our origin of flights, even in the custom flight selection, that is going to be out of other than the country of origin. Even the Al Bayt team doesn't know that. So just have that in your mind, that there is a possibility that that may not be allowed. Obviously, if it is allowed, then what Habib was suggesting is a good way to do it. But again, time is of the essence. The preloaded flight that is already there may be a quick way to get in. This is something that we'll just have to go back and forth with at the time of purchase. One more thing I want to add, once you log into Nusuk and you are on the dashboard and you will see your preferred package that's already been configured, there is a little box on the lower right side that says view details. If you hit that view details, it'll take you straight to the purchase page. So you don't have to go through the whole thing. Whatever you have configured is already going to be in there. It's going to take you straight there. And you may have to hit a couple extra things before you're able to purchase. These are some tips to get you in, very quickly. Now, if you have to, if, for example, the configuration of your room has not worked out, you picked a double and it's not available and you have to go back and reconfigure, just make sure that you learn how to take the 2 steps backwards from the purchase page to the room reconfiguration, know how you want to change from a double to a quad, and then move back forward again and go back to the purchase page and be able to navigate that and move forward. These are, the faster you can do these things, going, altering your package and going back to the purchase page, this will mean it's going to be very valuable, when you're saving these times. So play with it, learn it. And so you know exactly what to do. If one thing doesn't work out, go back again, fix it, and move back forward again. This is what we mean by playing with it and figuring out how you can navigate the Nusuk platform in the most efficient way. But preferred package, configured package, hit the view details page, it'll take you straight to the finish line, inshallah. Just have that in mind. Okay, back to you, Arif.
Any more questions? We have some time. Yes, go ahead.
Hello there. I just have a quick question about the accommodation you mentioned. So if my wife and I are going, what are we taking? A quad package or double package? Well, because they will be separate, isn't it?
So if you take a double, you can room together. It's a little bit more expensive, but then they will allow you to be together. If you go in a quad, yes, you will have one room for yourself with another group of males, and then your wife will be in a room with the ladies.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
No
Arif,
worries.
this is Habib. I just want to make a quick comment, right, guys? Unless you have a really medical reason and you are not going to a double room, it may be whatever medical condition you have, you can try double, right? But to increase your chances of getting a package, pick the quad, guys. As I mentioned in my previous meetings, right? This is Hajj. This is not vacation, guys. So it's okay to be in a quad room and be with your brothers or respectively with the sisters, right? Unless you really need to be in a double room, increase your chances by picking a quad package. Yeah, that's my suggestion. And also, in terms of checking out, as Brother Shakil said, you can view the details at the bottom. Otherwise, if you go on the top on your profile, you may see it like in this round one, when I got in, it says checkout. I just hit checkout and it purchased. I didn't have to go down to the bottom. So there may be 2 or 3 ways you can get to the purchase section, right? That's another tip. Thank you. Continue, Arif, please.
Thank you, Habib. Any other questions?
Now, I have a quick question. This is Ali, by the way. Will Nusuk allow us to configure the packages in advance for phase 3? Because right now I log in, I just see the old package, which was the old A52101, which is stuck in preferred. So will we have time in advance before the purchase date to configure it? Do you know?
At this particular point in time, I would say we don't know if we're going to have that ability. We're hoping they give us at least a day or two to be able to go in and make the changes necessary. Inshallah, but we don't have control over that.
Okay.
I have a quick question for the US and UK packages. So in round one, we were flying with Turkish with the preset flight. Even though there's availability in the US and UK packages, let me tell me if I'm understanding this correctly. That Turkish flight might be there. For example, it was JFK to Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia to JFK, or we might have to book through another preset flight, or it might be through the third party Al Musafir. And even though we have the same package, we now have to choose the flight in a custom manner. Did I understand that correctly, or is there a gap?
Okay, so yes. Okay, so let me just add some quick clarification. When you go in to book your package, there will be the option, if there are available preset flights, you'll be able to select them first. If there are no preset flights or you want to do custom flights, you would then be able to go into the custom flight section and search for the custom flight. Again, it does take more time to go through that whole process of searching, because even if they are, so let's say hypothetically, this is what happened to us last year. Okay, so we were able to search in advance, and I was able to go Abu Dhabi to Medina and then Jeddah to Abu Dhabi. I was able to do this last year. Now, although I had already selected the dates and the flights, I still had to go through a process of searching because there may be a fluctuation in flight costs. Because as seats get sold, the airlines change their pricing structure, right? This happens even on a regular flight if you're booking something for regular vacation. So this is something that the custom flights do take more time to get through.
Yeah, if I can add to your comment. So when you're doing this custom flight and you're going through the travel agent Al Musafir, you need to have 2 or 3 options. The option 1, option 2, option 3. So when you are trying to reconfigure the package, let's say the option 1 of flight is not available, you know which flights you want to take as option 2 and option 3. The reason I'm saying that is you want to maximize your days in Medina. Let's say we are going to be in the package of 3 nights. You want to be able to reach Medina, right? So you can enjoy the 3 nights as opposed to picking a flight which is next day arriving or the day after. Then you're going to reduce your time in Medina. So when you're doing your homework, have 3 to 4 options, 1, 2, 3, 4, so you know which flights you're going to be taking. Flights are going to be, pre-programmed, like not pre-programmed, but flights, the travel agent knows these flights are going. The difference is just, it may be a few hundred, riyals difference. So in terms of price, that's what they're saying. So there's a flight going at 9 a.m. to Jeddah, right? You'll be there. The price may fluctuate. So if that flight is full, your second flight is this one, or third flight or fourth flight. So have your options ready, so you'll spend less time in terms of configuration. Yeah, thank you. Back to you, Ari.
I think meeting will end in like 1 minute. I have a feeling, because it was a 1 hour. Zoom might kick us out.
Okay. With that, if there are any, so again, we as a group and a team are here to support you guys. If you have questions, you can put them on the WhatsApp group chat. And also you can DM myself or Shakil or Inayat if you need additional information. I see Mustafa has come off mute, so I'll turn the floor to him if he wants to say anything. Mustafa?
Assalamualaikum all.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I was just getting used to listening to you, Arif, so I thought there was no need for me to talk. All I will say is all I will say is that we should be prepared for the second phase, inshallah. Third phase, sorry, phase 3. And hopefully we're just waiting for the date to be finalized. Our prayers that we are all able to sail smoothly and then get together for a proper seminar or webinar on logistics of what to take and what to do and how to do it and all that. But thank you very much, Arif, for conducting this today. And thanks to all the volunteers who have taken part. Salam alaikum.
Safraz, thanks a lot.
No problem.
Thank you, brother Safraz.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, inshallah, we'll talk to everybody soon.
Thank you, Brother Sarfraz. I really appreciate it. Arif, we'll end the meeting, inshallah.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's